Well, we spent several months actually sending out tons of videos and using a variety of people to get us to the point of being able to talk with colleges. The video that was created was really the open door piece of it. We probably had 50 hits, something like that, from different colleges across the country, and pretty solid hits, not just, hey, call us if you're interested, but I mean 50 different colleges that really kind of went after him to varying degrees. It came down to kind of the final 10 or 12, and then we kind of came down to a final 4 and did on-site visits, official visits, spent time on campus talking with coaches. And for us, it was just really clear that University of Nebraska-Kearney was the place to go. Great connection with the coaches, a school that really wanted him, a size of school that fit. So when we started adding up all the pieces of what was important to us, even beyond football, it was that school that really stood out from all the rest. So we're grateful. It was a long, arduous process. It takes a lot of work. There were a lot of times I felt like I was doing a part-time job in addition to everything else I do, just because it takes that much energy and time and focus, and it's kind of a 3-4 month process to really make that happen. I would say it's the best time to start as far as kicking. If we could go back and, kind of do the perfect scenario, we'd probably start the summer after his sophomore year, starting to aggressively get the word out, get to some camps, do a variety of things that way to try to broaden the exposure. Junior year is critical. Summer after junior year is even more critical. And then I'll tell you that fall senior season, it comes up pretty fast because signing day being in February, you've kind of got this final season and recruitment and all that to make it happen. So I would say start earlier than later to get the broadest exposure. When I think of what is it that made the difference, it's truly the video that was the selling point. I mean, as far as getting his skill base out there, getting analysis by interested coaches, it was the video. It was a video link. That was a really helpful resource because sending out hard copy, that gets really tedious. So having a video link was really nice. It just got the word out much faster, much more quickly. We got a lot of response from the video link alone and from the SportsForce website profile, that type of thing. So it was invaluable. There was we would not be here standing here today had we not had that kind of quality of video. Several of the coaches said from different schools said it was the best quality video that they had seen. It's a great point. I kept telling Michael last night and this morning that this is a one-day deal. I mean, you get one shot really to do a signing day and to make the most of it. So we're ecstatic. I mean, this is just kind of what he's aspired to for all of his junior and senior high school life. He's very motivated to do well. He'll probably show up early in the summer to camp for some pre-workouts, and our family couldn't be happier with the results. And it's a school that fits him. It fits him academically, fits him in terms of the major that he's most interested in, size of school. I don't know that we ever thought we'd end up in Kearney, Nebraska, but you know what? It's a great opportunity and a great institution. They're like number 8 in the country right now for Division II. They're doing well, and he's got a great opportunity, and he'll end up being the starter for him. So that was exciting because one of the things he wanted to do was play right away, and that was another piece of the assessment for us that really helped us focus. I should add that. Once we kind of came to terms as a family that he didn't want to redshirt if he could help it, and certainly didn't want to wait around until his junior year to see if he was really going to get a shot, which happens with a lot of the higher-end schools. He said, no, I want to play if I can right away. And so we just started focusing D2 as a result of that, and it was a good move for us. Well, I think for us, we were always open to the fact that he could go away to school, and as long as you're reasonably close to a major airport, whether you're 2 hours driving from here or 2 hours flying, it kind of gets to be the same difference. Or 8 hours driving from here, you can get to the other side of the country in that amount of time. So it really, that for us early on, we just said, hey, we're open to the whole country. Climate was a challenge because coming out of Southern Cal, you kind of go, am I ready for sub-zero temperatures and that type of thing. playing right away was an assessment piece. And truthfully, we went through our own heart search, I suppose, like every family wants D1 or nothing. And the truth is, one, unless you get in that game really early, it's hard to get there. Secondly, like and I won't name the schools, I can think of several D1 schools that we actually talked to. They're 6 to 8 deep in kickers. So it's like, yeah, I guess you can go slug it out. But I know some great kickers that are probably never going to really see the field because of the school that they chose. So for us, we just said, as far as kicking in particular, it's all about statistics anyway. A 50-yarder is a 50-yarder regardless of where you're kicking it. And for us, D2 was a great choice. And we shot for the kind of the top 10. We looked at the top 10 D2 schools and said which ones fit us. We had like 3 of those that had contacted us, and Kearney just stood out. Well, Division I think everybody knows, is a full ride. That's probably why so many people aspire to it. Everything else is a combination ride. It's a combination of athletic and academic money. So in our case, we found a situation that was willing to give him a variety of academic scholarships. That's another thing I guess I would say. Anybody who thinks academics doesn't matter is really fooling themselves, because not only is it a way to get scholarship money, it's a way to literally crack the door open on some of these schools. They just aren't going to look at you unless you've got the grades and or the test scores to show it. And in our case, we had really high grades and not as high test scores, so it was like trying to find that magic mix too factored in.